Hello, welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video, and for this one it is Battle Valley, which was released in 1988 by, I think it was by Hewson, but it was released in the Racket budget label, so it was only a cheapo game when it was released. It was only $2.99. And around this sort of time there were quite a few of these games where, well, they were essentially shoot 'em ups, and you had the choice of either flying in a helicopter or taking a jeep. Obviously games like Silkworm and Swiv spring to mind with that sort of game idea. There were others, but this was the one I got. Now the music you're hearing is Jerome Tell, so yeah, no surprise that it is pretty good. I don't think it's one of his best ones, but yeah, Jerome Tell really didn't do bad music. So anyway, let's get the game underway. Now I have to select the options first. What I'll do, double fire mode I switch off. I don't like playing it with that. That's all I need to change. As much as I like the music, I have it switched off during the game because the sound effects just suit it better. So here we go. So we have the choice of the helicopter or the tank. So I start off in the tank. So we are trundling along here. But the tank can, unsurprisingly, take a lot more damage than the helicopter. The helicopter takes a couple of hits and then boss, it's done. So what I do, I take the tank first and try to clear a path for the helicopter, which which needs to be used. Now you only have a limited number of shots. I have 38 shells left in the tank, which isn't a great deal, but you don't get very many hits or very many shots in any of the vehicles. Oh, fuck it. And you're also trying to destroy these ground-based targets is also not too easy. There we go. To change direction you have to press space to basically turn around and face the basically you're facing the player, and then you can choose which direction you want to go in. So my damage is severe, but yeah, I think you get repaired in this area as well as getting the ammo refilled. It's a good job because I only had 2 shots left, so I'm back up to 32. So we'll now here you can see the bridge has a gap there. The bridge needs repairing. So what we'll do, we'll head back to that is where the helicopter becomes necessary. So we'll head back there a bit quicker. Change the speed of either vehicle, whether it's the tank or the helicopter, which is actually quite handy when you're having to do things like this and head back to where you were. Right, so now we'll take the helicopter. I'll say the helicopter is a lot more fragile. it can't take anything like as many hits as the tank, rather unsurprisingly. So I mean, let's speed up. I've cleared out most of the, if not all of the ground forces. So the only things I need to watch out for are the missiles that come along behind me. As it is, there's no sign of them so far, so I might do okay. There we go. So there is the damaged bridge, and now we get to the awkward part. I think I might be okay though. This, yeah, is the section of the bridge that we need in order to repair it. Now, unfortunately, you cannot fire when you're holding this. And you have to get it in exactly the right place, or it doesn't fit. I don't think that's right. Yeah, see, and now it gets destroyed. This is the one part of this game that I really do not like. It is so fucking awkward to try and get the helicopter, and in some cases the tank, in the right place. Fucking hell, I don't want to keep going that way. Yeah, so that's wrong as well. That's nowhere near. Right, let's try it now. No, that's wrong. And the thing is, yeah, if you haven't got it centralised, it's bloody difficult, there we go, to change it back. So, okay, now that's in place, we can now head back and carry on in the tank. I think once you are back at the base, the vehicle that you were in gets repaired, but it doesn't get any extra ammo, which is a bit of a pain in the arse really. So you can see rockets 49, that's for the helicopter, shells 22, so the tank still doesn't have a great deal of ammo, and I'm not, yeah, if I try and land there I will crash. And this is where you see the fucking annoying part of the game. Right, here we go. So, now we can take the tank out, zoom along, because there's not a lot that we're going to encounter until we reach the second bridge, which I've just repaired. Now each time you lose a life, you lose 5 minutes of time. As you can see from the countdown there, we have, well, 23 minutes and 11 seconds and counting in order to complete this mission. Right, so over the repaired bit, now we can take out that fucking anti-aircraft gun. Okay, so I have not had my damage repaired. I still have critical damage here. Okay, I did take out that target back there. I could really do with that, yeah, that anti-aircraft. Oh, I'm out of fucking ammo. So I took too much damage, so that's one life lost. 5 minutes lost on the countdown. So let's head back there. Thankfully you don't have to start it all from scratch, the bridge is still repaired. I'd say the tank does bounce about quite a lot. Bearing in mind that tanks are supposedly weighing somewhere in the region of 60 tons, it does seem a bit unlikely, but Alright, so that anti-aircraft cannon's gone. I really need to take this fucking thing out, yeah. And then this as well. There we go. So you can adjust the direction that the tank fires in. But there we go, that's what I was trying to get. So I mean, you can fire upwards to the enemy missiles and occasional enemy aircraft. You can destroy them from the tank, but it's not easy. And this is the first of the bases that I'm trying to take. Again, you've got to get the positioning exactly right, which I just have. So now we start from here, which is quite handy. But as it is, I've also got the rockets and shells rearmed. I think my damage has also been repaired, and now say the missions all start from that point. You can actually change it if you want to and start from the previous one, but I really don't see any need to do that. We saw that building just a little while ago, yep, which tells us that this bridge also needs repairing, so we'll take the tank back, jump in the helicopter and see if we can sort that bridge out once I can actually stop in the right place. There we go. Right, let's see how we do in this. It also helps if I don't, forget to pick up so I'm trying to slow myself down when that should be okay. Oh fucking hell! Of course it doesn't help if you destroy yourself by winching the part to repair the bridge too fucking high. That was the first time in I don't know how long that I was able to actually get myself centralised without too much farting about, so that's nowhere near. So now I've got to, yeah, that should be alright. Okay. That should be alright. Yep. Okay. Head back, jump in the tank again. I don't know if that's, no, that's not. I think that's okay, yeah. Right, so. Damage is now severe. Largely thanks to that fucking thing, which I think I did manage to take it out, but it took me out as well. Right, so I'm back in the tank again. Don't need the helicopter right now. I find it is best to take the tank unless you have to take the helicopter, i.e. to repair bridges. Okay, didn't take that out, but I have now. So it's still badly damaged, but I can at least get rearmed, although I don't need to. How do I get away from here? Okay, no, I can take more in. I thought it was a 50 limit. Well, it has been a while since I last played this. Now there's, yeah, this fucker here. There we go. I took some hefty damage while trying to sort him out. Damage is now critical. Shit, stopped in the wrong place. I might get away. I've got 19 seconds left. Don't rate my chances somehow. And I'm going to have to absolutely fucking tear along, but even then, there's no way I'm going to get anywhere in time. Two, 1, 0. Well, the countdown has stopped, so presumably I can carry on until I lose my next life, although that is likely to be quite quickly. Damage is still only light. So I was never going to escape that. Okay, I thought that was going to be another destroyed or damaged bridge. Looks like I found a new base. Does that mean I've now got some extra time as a result? Looks like it. Okay, so let's take the tank out again. Don't know what happened there. Damage does not look good now. Damage is now critical. Oh, there we go. Well, yeah, that's game over. So, well, there we are. Didn't do particularly well. Now, last time, the game crashed at this point. Let's see if it will do so again. Yes, it does. So, right, I'll restart the game. Back in a bit. Right, so, well, we're back. So, let's get the review underway. I'll start another go. Whether or not it'll be a full go, I don't know, but yeah, we'll get the review done anyway. Right, that double fire mode, incidentally, it means that you don't need to keep using either the spacebar or the function keys to speed up or turn around. If you quickly press fire button twice, and then in a direction, you'll speed up, double fire again, and then move the opposite direction, you'll slow down. I think if you just double fire and then do nothing, it centralises the either the tank or the helicopter and faces outwards. But I find it very clunky. I hate using it. I'd rather use the keys. So, graphics wise, I think the graphics are superb. They are pretty detailed. The parallax scrolling is excellent. So yeah, I have no problems with the graphics at all. Audio, your Untitled music is great. I say it's not his best, but I mean, even a song that's mediocre by your Untitled standards is still fucking superb. The actual sound effects are basic, but I mean they work, that's to a degree is all you need. And then the gameplay, for the most part, I think the gameplay is great. It's a bit more, there's a bit more to it than games like Silkworm and Swiv, which are just out and out shoot 'em ups. This one, you need to try and, you need to be in the right vehicle at the right time, pretty much. Obviously, if you're going to get across the broken bridges, which means, of course, that there is more to do than just shoot everything. There is the bridge repairs that you need to take care of, and try not to get yourself blown up in the process. It's not flawless, not by any means. It can be a bit of a pain in the arse when you're constantly having to travel to and from the nearest base in order to change vehicle. But I mean, at least you can speed up, the rate you're travelling there if you want to get to wherever you're heading to a bit quicker. And as you've seen, when you need to position yourself in the right place to either capture a base or resupply ammo or pick up the part for repairing the bridge, that can be a bit fiddly and it can be a monstrous pain in the arse. If it wasn't for that, I would rate the game much higher than I do. I mean, that's not to say I think the game's bad. I think the game is fucking great. So one of the reasons is that there's more to it than the likes of Silkworm. So I rate this 7.5 out of 10, which is, not a bad score, not at all. But it would have been it would have had a 9 if it wasn't for the the awkward part of trying to position yourself to do the repairs and the rearming and the capturing of the bases. It's so fiddly. We'll see if I can do it in any way semi-quickly this time. I highly doubt it, but you never know. I'll also see if I can take out this fucking, that thing. Yeah, I don't think that's centralised enough. No. No, still not. So I'm taking all this damage, but all I'm trying to do is position myself to be able to pick up this fucking... Yeah, damage now severe, so I'm probably going to be destroyed before I can pick this up. Oh, okay, I got it. There's a bit of luck involved in that one. But that's nowhere near the right place, so I can't put it down there. That's nowhere near it either. Whoops. Forgot about that. While I've got something on the winch, I can't now change the speed that I move at. So yeah, this part, having to put up with all this, ruins it. I mean, 7.5 out of 10 is not a terrible score, but it could have been better. Yeah, okay, I managed to do that one at long last. But well, there you go. Anyway, so that is Battle Valley. Despite some of its annoyances, I do think it is a pretty good game. I do like it. So 7.5 out of 10 for that one. That brings this review to an end, and we will see you at the next one.